Okay, so that's 15. Now, the last two frets, well, I should retrace. The head block inside of the guitar extended out at least to the 15th fret here, so I could pound just as aggressively on these couple of frets over the body as I could out here on the neck. But the last two frets are not supported by the head block. There was that kind of tiny transverse brace here, but if I was to whack the fret wire as hard as I have been the rest of the neck, I could very well snap that brace. So what I do for the last couple of frets, I take my tri-corner file again and actually file away a little bit of the fret tang. It's not much, but if you knock a few thousandths of an inch off of the tang, then you don't need nearly as much force to put it in. And I've never had one of these work its way loose. It just seems like a safer approach than to try to mash it at its full width.
Pound softer, huh?
Yes, I'm going to pound softer.
More hits, softer hits.
Yes. And once I get it seated, the other thing I'm going to do is hold the guitar by that brace.
Gotcha.
And even though there will be recoil and it'll be harder to get this fret seated, there's a much smaller chance that I'm going to do any
damage to
the top.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like it's in. Hit it a couple more times. Okay, I'll do the same thing with the last one. I do one more thing to kind of secure them in place, because the slots are deeper than the tangs of the frets. So, you know, there's just a little space there, but what I'm going to do is put a little drop of glue at each one of those spaces, and that's for two reasons. One, it helps anchor the end of the fret so that it won't go anywhere, and two, it gives you a nicer finish when you're applying the finish to the instrument, because you don't have anything soaking into that little pore.
Right.
So in a second I'll do that. Alright, that's in. So now what I'm going to do is just put a drop of glue at each one of these holes. And again, it's going to help keep the fret from going anywhere and just give us a nicer look on the edge of the fretboard when you're looking at the finished instrument. And this is some accelerator. I don't really want the glue soaking in the whole distance of the fret slot or anything. I just want to seal the end. So by putting this accelerator on, the glue hardens up in just a second, so it won't continue to soak in. Now I'll go back and put one more drop on, because there was some soaking that occurred. But then this will be all I need. So then I'll flip it over and do the treble side the same way. And then I'll do the frets that are over the body.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be a little more careful with that though, because I don't want to get glue on the body of the instrument. It's just more cleanup. Okay.